Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Finally, Rigathi Gachagua has been impeached. Out of all the 11 charges that were brought against him, the Senate has confirmed 5 charges, rejecting 6 charges. And what was needed for Rigathi Gachagua to be impeached was for the Senate to confirm only 1 charge. But the Senate has confirmed 5 charges. So Rigathi Gachagua stands impeached. He is no longer Kenya's deputy president. He is a former deputy president. And there are some emotions seriously building, and the emotions started building even before he was officially impeached. Have a look at Wamuchomba and former Bahati Member of Parliament, Kimani Ngunjiri. Have a look at this. Serious emotions on the mountain, wailing regrets and gnashing of teeth. We remember Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru warned the mountain never listened. In fact, they told Uhuru Kenyatta, huyu ndio tunataka. The likes of Kimani Ngunjiri were very vocal critics of Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, Kimani Ngunjiri, his business was to abuse Raila Odinga and to abuse Uhuru Kenyatta. In just about 2 years, he's now shedding out tears. I want us to dig deep into all this for Kenyans to understand in clear terms what this means politically. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Let me say this. Soon after Kenyans stormed and occupied Parliament, Raila later talked of a dialogue. And I did state here very clearly that any agreement or any form of a negotiation that was bringing Raila Odinga and William Ruto together, that meant Rigathi Gachagua's goose was cooked. And I did state here very clearly that Rigathi Gachagua was going to be impeached. Some Rigathi Gachagua supporters here did abuse me. I did state very clearly that Rigathi Gachagua was going to be impeached. Rigathi has now been impeached. And looking at things very objectively, I don't think even the courts might save Rigathi Gachagua, because I still insist and believe before this impeachment process was initiated, it's clear to me William Ruto checked his numbers in the National Assembly, his numbers in the Senate, and his standing in the judiciary. All these 3 arms of government were fully involved in the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. And that's why all the cases, over the 25 cases Rigathi Gachagua filed in the courts across the country to stop this impeachment, those cases all failed. I still maintain and I believe very strongly that the judiciary, National Assembly, and the Senate were all part of Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. And I've also maintained here that in terms of political strategy, William Ruto is among the best in the country. His only weakness is service delivery to the people. If William Ruto can up his games in service delivery to the people with these genius political strategies, William Ruto cannot be stopped politically by any Kenyan politician. His only undoing is service delivery. He fails there miserably. If he could only up his games, then no politician in Kenya can easily stop Ruto. And now if you look at all these things very objectively, I've always maintained that Rigathi Gachagua will die politically. That Mount Kenya you think will support Rigathi Gachagua, if Ruto goes ahead, picks somebody from the mountain as his deputy president, the mountain will split very badly. And you might just find the mountain rallying behind the new deputy president from the mountain. Power do attracts. Rigathi has been attracting support because he was the senior most leader from the mountain. So Mount Kenya leaders were rallying around Rigathi Gachagua. Now he has been impeached. He's going to be an ordinary person. And most definitely, the Constitution will not allow Rigathi to contest in the coming elections. He can't also hold any public office. So there is no difference between Rigathi and Waititu or Sonko. They are now sailing in the same boat. Rigathi will die politically. The mountain will start dumping Rigathi Gachagua. And if only William Ruto can pick Kithure Kindiki, then Mount Kenya East is gone. And if the Mount Kenya East is gone, that means the mountain as a whole has lost over 1.3 million votes from Mount Kenya East. The Mount Kenya West, William Ruto can still succeed in getting some pockets of votes from Mount Kenya West. So at the end of the day, you might find the mountain voting for William Ruto maybe even a half or even more than a half. That's the painful reality of Kenyan politics. When you see Wamuchomba and you see Kimani Ngunjiri weeping, those tears are of no use. Those tears are of no use. Rigathi has been impeached fairly. This is a man who has been dividing Kenyans along ethnic and tribal lines. So his impeachment is a very fair impeachment. And the Senate has risen to the occasion. They have looked at all the 11 charges and they have confirmed 5 charges, rejecting 6 charges. So it's true, the Senate diligently looked at all the 11 charges and they did confirm the charges they felt had been substantiated. So Rigathi has been impeached fairly. Instead of Wamuchomba, Kimani Ngunjiri crying, they should find a way of giving Rigathi Gachagua proper advice because it does not stop with the impeachment. William Ruto can still go for Rigathi Gachagua. All the corruption allegations, and we still remember immediately they came to power, there were some corruption cases against Rigathi Gachagua. Those cases were dropped. They can be revived. So instead of Wamuchomba, Kimani Ngunjiri weeping, they should advise Rigathi Gachagua to now seek for forgiveness from William Samoei Ruto. This is now the right time for Rigathi Gachagua to seek for forgiveness. If he fails to seek for forgiveness, then William Ruto will go for him and Rigathi will find things very hard for him. He might even run away from the country. The mountain should also learn a lesson. Every election time, You vote emotionally. All those emotional votings are not helping you people. They are just bringing you a lot of pain. Look at those ones now crying. Stop emotional voting. Look at leaders for who they are, what they can deliver. Don't look at leaders through emotional lenses. Instead of now being mobilized against Ruto's government, let Rigathi and his team mobilize the mountain around development. That will be more important than around hating maybe Ruto or Raila Odinga. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. We are still working on some very interesting videos which we are going to share in the coming hours. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.